What's up, Wolfpack fam? It's your boy Kid back at it again. We're going to be checking out something brand spanking new to me and maybe to some of you guys, but I want to give a shout out to the homie Chris Haddo. Thank you so much for your suggestion. We're going to be checking out Ladette to Lady. This will be the first episode, so get your snacks, whether you're new or recurring. This is a line that you might hear a lot. Snacks is not included, damn it. You got to bring your own. Go get your snacks. Go get a cup of tea. You want to, sody pop, whatever you need to come kick it with me. Let's get it. Let's check this one out. Snacks not included. Let's freaking go.
Eggleston Hall, finishing school for ladies. We're about to conduct the most ambitious social experiment since My Fair Lady.
Good, that's better. Head up.
These students are 10 of Britain's most notorious ladettes.
That's my lady.
Jesus.
But they're about to discover that this finishing school is no joke.
What on earth were men doing in your bedroom?
And the canopies. Where were the canopies?
Simon K will eat your heart out because these are the new witches on the block.
They're going to learn how to walk.
5, 6.
They're going to learn how to talk.
Lady. Lady. That's coming down your nose. That's horrible.
We'll teach them how to cook, how to sew, and they're going to learn to behave like ladies.
There you go, our lady like was that.
Okay.
I'll go out, get drunk, have a kebab, come home with a cone on my head.
2 years ago, a new word entered the English language.
Okay.
It was coined to describe a new kind of woman, the ladette.
I was driving down the M40 with no top on and no bra.
She's one of these new ladette, wants to be one of the lads' booze monsters.
Today, ladettes are running wild. They're in danger of becoming a permanent feature of modern life. Now we've come up with a radical solution to this new phenomenon. We're going to send 10 of Britain's most notorious ladettes to an old-fashioned ladies' finishing school. We've reopened what used to be one of the leading schools of its kind. Eggleston Hall, in the heart of Teesdale. The school's principal is Jean Broke-Smith, who ran London's leading finishing school, Lucy Clayton's, for over 30 years.
Girls were groomed to be able to cook for a husband, to be able to look nice so that when they were at various social events. And in fact, this is still very much the idea of a finishing school today.
It's an idea which could scarcely be more foreign to Sarah Jane Gregory, who's enjoying her last game of pool before Eggleston Hall reopens. Yes. The 22-year-old Geordie can outdrink and outbelch the lads, and delights in vulgarity.
I don't give a shit about my appearance. I really don't. If they don't like me, then they can stick it.
She's louder than the lads. She's ruder than the lads as well.
Take that one!
For finishing school veteran Jill Harbord, students like these are a daunting prospect. She taught flower arranging at Eggleston Hall in the 1980s, but to a very different breed of girl.
I know very little about ladettes because in my life I don't actually come across them, but I have been inquiring of one or two of my greatest girlfriends what they know, and they've been filling me in slightly. And each time I hear any more, I become more nervous by the minute.
And she's right to be. Take April Duncan. The nurse looks a picture of responsibility until she goes to the pub.
3 pints, you prick.
Out of all my friends, I'm the one who gets the most drunk.
I do like to be centre of attention. Middle of the rugby, just lean over and burp in someone's ear. If I'm dancing away, I might flash my boobs.
Antics like these have made her well known to the pub doorman.
Several times she's been ejected for being just too drunk, and she gets quite verbally abusive when she's drunk. She gets aggressive quite a bit. We've had to fish her out the toilets for just being totally wasted.
Shit face.
If April misbehaves at Eggleston Hall, she'll be up against a formidable opponent in the form of Rosemary Schrager. The head of cookery relishes the prospect of keeping the girls in line.
I think it's going to be enormously tough on them because they're coming from this society where they've been let loose, do exactly what they long, come into an enormous amount of discipline, suddenly be told what they to do, what time they should go to bed, when they should eat, everything, what they should actually do with themselves. In fact, they're going to be crushed, absolutely crushed.
Nice. Like
But
Lad's
Ladettes
Army.
can have a beguiling appearance. Take this angel-faced girl.
I wouldn't ever think of flashing in this country because I know it's illegal and I could get arrested for it.
On holiday in Faliraki, Gemma Gunning was less inhibited. She famously flashed her breasts and paid a dreadful price.
Oh, shit.
I was in total shock because I didn't think that they could put you in prison for 8 months just for doing that.
Wow.
Gemma's parents got her out of jail in a couple of days, but now she's been sentenced to Eggleston Hall for 5 weeks. And that sentence begins today. 2 utterly different worlds are about to collide.
How's it going? How are you feeling?
Time is coming very near, isn't it?
How do you feel?
I don't know, I'm kind of interested, slightly
Yes.
anxious.
Yes, same here.
You know, we don't know.
First to arrive will be hairdresser Claire Randall. She's being driven to finishing school by her parents.
What are you going to miss most, Claire, being away?
Stella, Artois.
Hairdresser by day, amateur pole dancer at night. Claire's antics have driven her parents to despair.
She's one of these new Ladette, wants to be one of the lads' booze monsters.
Binge drinker.
I phone my mum late at night and say, Mum, I'm staying out, don't know where I am. No, actually, I'm here, but where am I?
We don't know the half of it, what she gets up to. It's
I think
quite...
she's a drunken bum. I feel a bit ashamed.
I know, yeah. It does get embarrassing. We're desperate.
She looked like
really
a mom.
desperate.
A lot.
Their desperation
Mom
is
jeans.
about to be relieved.
Here they are.
As Claire's parents deliver their daughter to Eggleston Hall, the staff get their first glimpse of a Ladette.
Who's this getting out? There you go, the midriff.
Yeah.
The midriff.
Pa is staying in the car.
There we are.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Here
He's
he
getting
comes.
out. Oh my gosh.
Quick run. Oh.
Hello, and your name is? Claire, very pleased to meet you. I'm Jean Brooke-Smith. And Mum?
Hiya, Donna.
Hello, Donna, pleased to meet you.
And husband.
Yes.
Her.
Oh, and your name is? Fantastic.
One by one, the Ladettes arrive and are shown to their dorms. 10 of the most badly behaved women in the country are about to be thrown together for the next 5 weeks.
Let's go and meet these other nutters.
Some are here because they've been nominated. Others because they desperately want to change. In their different ways, these girls all know they've come off the rails, and that this school is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become a lady. It's the first day of term at Eggleston Hall Finishing School. 10 of Britain's most notorious Ladettes have been summoned to meet the staff.
You are here to learn to be ladies. And a bit of silence, please.
Now, you've all seen these rules, I believe. Now, if you're caught chewing gum, it's going to be a £20 fine. There is also no drinking. You are not allowed to smoke in the house. And if you are found smoking, you are out straight away. Now, the other thing is, you've got to enjoy yourself. You've got to have fun. It's an enormous opportunity for you all. And hopefully, you are all going to turn out to be, some of you anyway, ladettes to ladies. And I wish you all the best of luck.
They'll need it. The girls will be tested at a variety of social events, and at least one of them will be expelled each week.
Some of you won't pass the test.
Oof.
Some of you will have to leave. You might even have to leave in the first week. So this is not a joke. We are here to learn serious things.
The ladettes' clothes are fundamental to their identity.
Who's this up? Oh, uniforms! Oh, get the other girl! Get the other girl! You must be joking!
But from now on, they'll be required to wear twin sets, A-line skirts and court shoes at all times. The Eggleston Hall uniform. Some of the ladettes have never seen clothes like these, let alone worn them.
What's this?
Skirt, love.
What is curtains?
Don't actually own a pair of tights. I don't actually own a skirt or court shoes, so today is going to be really different for me.
Michelle's normal uniform is a boiler suit. She's a gas fitter, distinctly lacking in feminine graces. Her problem is that men think she's one of the lads. She's come to finishing school because she wants to be treated like a lady.
It's that difference between being a girl who's more like a bloke and a girl who wants to be more like a lady. I mean, I would love to have the balls to walk in that cafe in like a dress or a skirt, all done up and made to the nines, and walk in and order a cup of tea and just see how they'd react. I think I'll piss myself.
Come on!
Not very ladylike.
Nope.
But the uniform soon has a strangely calming effect on the ladettes. Time for the first lesson. A masterclass in posture and deportment with Principal Jean Broke-Smith and Sarah Jane English.
Don't cross your legs like this. It's really, really bad. Put a leg to the side, okay? It doesn't matter whether it's right or left, okay? But just put the other foot behind that. All right? Yeah, you've got to go the other way, underneath. That's it, like that. That's it. Great. Okay, let's...
Deportment was at the heart of the finishing school curriculum, and Jean Broke-Smith is one of the few surviving teachers of this lost art of poise and composure.
Head up, shoulders back. Are you worried about slipping?
Yes, I don't walk in heels, I fall over in flat.
You've never walked in heels?
Oh, I can't stand them, I break my neck. All right.
Sarah Jane, the Geordie pool player, is almost unrecognisable.
I must say, these little twin sets are very flattering, don't you think? Off you go.
Sit down.
You're very pigeon-toed, aren't you?
Oh, you're the classic knock-knee crab ankle.
Yes.
I feel like I'm going to fall over, so I'm like, oh, walking like this, and you feel really strange. It's just not me. Really not me.
Heads up, shoulders back, arch together there. Well done, super.
Makes you feel very self-conscious.
Oh, now I'm looking at inadequate and standing.
Yeah, inadequate. Feel like I walk like a navvy.
Well done.
Good girls. A couple of the girls yesterday, I thought, oh Lord, you know, they're going to be a little bit aggressive. They weren't at all today. You know, I think that they're taking it on board. I was pleasantly surprised, actually, I have to say.
The girls' next class is speech. Learning to talk like ladies means going right back to basics.
Da 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 da.
Good.
Good.
Elocution teacher Kate Forrester has an old-fashioned remedy for the girls' speech problems, the bone prop. This simple plastic device is designed to force the girls to pronounce their vowels correctly.
So, poor, raw.
That's really coming forward.
So, po, roll.
But for Hayley Brisland, it doesn't seem to be doing the trick.
Cake.
Bake.
Bake.
No. Cake.
Take.
No. Not I.
Hayley was born and raised in the heart of the East End.
Hi, man.
Can I get a small tub of jelly deals, please? Cheers, love.
Oh, jelly eels.
Common as muck. They call me Eliza Doolittle. I've got no ladylikeness at all.
She works as a PA, but her strong accent and foul mouth are stopping her from getting ahead.
That got to be. My boss nominated me for this. You know, they said, you're very rough around the edges, you need smoothing out a little.
The first thing that Hayley said to us was deportment. Doesn't mean I've got to go abroad, does it? And that basically just sort of said to us that she would have been an ideal candidate.
They thought it'd be more of a challenge for the teachers than it would be for me, but I think we've both got our work cut out.
Take the train.
Train. That's much better.
I sound like a right
No,
idiot.
you don't. Very good.
Amazingly, the Ladettes seem to be taking the school seriously. By the end of day one, the staff are so impressed, they decide to give them a treat.
Ooh, like treats?
How are you all feeling?
I need a drink.
First of all, I must say, congratulations. You have done so well today that you will be allowed to go out to the pub tonight.
Oh!
You can drink. I think... I'm going to tell you this. I never thought that I would say you deserve a drink.
It's a decision which betrays a remarkable ignorance of her charges.
You
The
think
Three
that's
Tons
wise?
in Eggleston is a quiet village pub accustomed to its small collection of regulars. But when the girls arrive, they're on their very best behaviour.
Thank you. I can have a pint of Foster's, please.
Even April, who is not known for her restraint on evenings out, is determined to be responsible.
I'm not going to get drunk or anything like that. I think if anybody gets out of line, we're running a huge risk of not being allowed out to go out again. But I'm going to probably really piss everybody off tonight because I'll be like, no, do you know what I mean? If you're going to get too much, too loud, too Larry, just go, because don't spoil it for the rest of us.
And so far, the girls do seem to be models of propriety.
Good game, good game, good game.
Yes to everyone. Yes.
A happy fight.
Meanwhile, at Eggleston Hall, the staff are celebrating their success.
I think that the shock and horror of various things that we were saying, you could see their faces going...
No, the classic was
uniforms.
Do you know what it's all about? Confidence. It's all about confidence. Do you know, they can do it.
They are going to be totally different people. And that's going to be very, very interesting. Very interesting.
But at the Three Tons pub, things are beginning to slip. The tipping point comes when the girls add spirits to their beer.
Oh, no. Getting rowdy.
Shit, I brought it down my uniform.
The locals have never seen ladies behaving like this.
It's 10 to 10, women. Ladies, lay down her us and let's go. Anybody makes too much noise when we get back, they will fucking have me to deal with. Excuse me, ladies. We are now ambassadors of Eggleston Hall.
To get home, the girls must walk through the village. And in no time, they've disturbed one of the residents.
Oh, shit.
It's April who tries to make amends.
No. Sorry. We do apologise.
Oh, bloody
dress. Sorry.
Oh, time.
It's 10 o'clock, we've all got to get up early in the morning.
Sure enough, the nurse has reverted to type.
Would you really? She's the pushest big one out of the lovers.
She's supposed to keep them in check.
You
She fucked
fucking
up.
far-out bastard.
Back at school, the girls are in bed in time for lights out.
Just got back into bed.
Did you have a nice time?
We had an absolutely marvellous time.
Turn your lights out. All right? Well done. See you in the morning, ready for a lot of work.
Nice.
All right, good night. Sleep well.
Amazingly, their hooliganism has escaped notice. But in a small community, word travels fast.
Oh, look at that.
Make your way into the hall. Over there.
The following morning, as the girls prepare for flower arranging, their lesson is interrupted.
Please.
It's come to my attention that after you left the pub last night, there was an incident. A gentleman phoned me to say that he was verbally abused with a 4-letter word. I'm not going to repeat what you said to him. I really am not. But I feel that the person responsible should own up. I'm giving you 10 minutes.
That's fine.
It's Michelle, the oldest of the girls, who takes charge of the situation.
We need a vote on this. I think we maybe all need to go in together. How would you feel if we all went with you?
I'll go in my own.
No. I know you would go on your own, but this is like team thing now, and we are a team.
I'm a little bit apprehensive, I have to say. She could quite easily turn around, not ladylike behaviour, and kick me out.
I hope not.
Simple as that.
Come in.
But own it.
April has come to the principal's office.
Shut the door.
Everybody's coming in.
But the Ladettes have closed ranks around her, even though they know she's guilty.
April! You fucking poor old bastard!
I didn't say any 4-letter word, but I did say he's a boring old bastard. I have got a loud voice, but I really don't think he could have heard me say that. I really don't. But he might have.
Well, he did, and it wasn't just a boring, it was something else extra.
I wouldn't have taken it. I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have been that aggressive, I have to say.
Well, the reason the guy came out in the first place was because of the noise all of us were making.
One of you did call him a fucking boring bastard or something similar. Sorry, I've got to say it because that's what he said.
That's fine.
You know, and you're supposed to be ladies. You just can't get completely so drunk.
Nobody spent more than like £10-15 on drinking. I can guarantee every single one of us in here takes at least 40 quid for it to get drunk.
I'm going to punish you all. Okay. You're lucky to get away with this just this once. No smoking until the end of the week. If any of you are caught smoking, you're out straight away.
The Ladettes have saved April from expulsion, but the ban on smoking will punish some girls more than others.
I need some correct patches because I will not survive this, I swear. No smoking until Friday.
Wow, look at these packs. They must be desperate.
She's come down on us really heavy to teach us all a lesson. This is what it's all about. It's not about the whole night of in the pub and all that. It is about April saying whatever to that bloke. This is what she's got the arse ache about. And all right, fair enough, you know, we're in this as a team, but she doesn't like that. She didn't want us all going in mob-handed, but we agreed and we're a team.
Their newfound solidarity will soon be put to the test. It's the 3rd day of term at Eggleston Hall Finishing School. At breakfast, a surprise awaits the Ladettes.
We got letters, guys.
An invitation to a party in one of Yorkshire's grandest country houses.
Lovely, lovely.
But this is no ordinary invitation. The party is a test, and it will lead to the expulsion of at least one of the Ladettes. To prepare for the party, the girls have a lesson in fashion and grooming. Mrs. English, who taught at Lucy Clayton's finishing school, is renowned for her uncompromising candour. She has asked the girls to wear what they think will be an appropriate outfit for the party.
Sarah Jane, I'm sorry. It's just not going to work. And when you're sitting down, I've got a bird's eye view. Jessica, stand up.
She looks fabulous. I think she looks absolutely fabulous.
Jessica Upton is not known for her sartorial restraint.
Oh, that's
this
way
Ladette
different.
is a flagrant exhibitionist. She's come to finishing school because she wants to throw off her cheap, brassy image.
I want to be able to go into a posh bar or
the races and be able to come across as being Lady Jessica. I don't want to always come across as little fucker. I want things to change.
Oh, shit. You can do it.
By Jessica's standards, the outfit she's wearing today is modest, but that cuts no ice with Mrs. English.
Not with that skirt. Everything is just too much. Also, it's showing off your middle, which isn't looking fantastic at the moment.
Thanks for the compliment.
All right.
What do you mean it's not looking fantastic?
It's blubby.
That's because I'm constipated at the moment.
Absolutely.
I don't really want to say that, but considering you've just put me down, then I'll just
Right,
tell you
go and sit down.
Teachers hate me. That's why I think I'm going to get evicted on Saturday. They all hate me. But that's my personality. I'm sorry, but I'm not changing for anyone.
She's got major attitude, major attitude. She has a problem with everything. But we're getting there. We'll knock it out of her. Lovely dress. Can no one see the problem, though? Dear digger, you haven't got the booze for it. There's just nothing there. It's just a big hole.
At school, I was called, known as B flat. As you fried eggs.
Damn.
But it don't bother me. I'm happy with my boobs because I got a great ass to make up for it. Let me tell ya.
Oh, bless you.
One by one, the Ladette's outfits are trashed.
This is not what you wear to a cocktail party. It's just not sophisticated enough.
This Ladette
Shit, I had a
simply
tiger.
isn't interested in clothes.
I'm more like a lad. I'll go for a game of pool. I enjoy boxing. I enjoy watching boxing and snooker and things like that.
Sarita isn't just a tomboy, she's a feminist too, and will definitely be one of the hardest nuts to crack.
Everyone's tried to change me in the past. People have tried to wear heels and bought me clothes, and they've never been able to change me, so this will be the ultimate kind of challenge for anybody that thinks that they'll be able to change me.
It needs a very good press, all right? She made no effort whatsoever to come to the class today. She wasn't interested in the class, took no participation in the class, didn't ask any questions. Complete and utter indifference.
Oh,
It's
shit.
a waste of my time.
That's rough.
Preparing for the drinks party isn't the only challenge faced by the Ladettes. For girls who can't even thread a needle, let alone boil an egg,
Rubbish.
the curriculum
Rubbish.
means starting from scratch, and to avoid expulsion, they must show progress in all subjects.
There. All right. That's it.
The curriculum has been based on the old finishing school. Because what we're trying to do to them is to make them into young ladies, into society. And this is how to act, how to behave. And basically, in the end of the day, the finishing school, how to get married. That I would have any day.
All right.
I am really scared of getting thrown out after being in the office twice in 2 days. I am scared of getting thrown out. And so I'm going to be on my bestest behaviour tomorrow.
Don't drink, girl. Don't
The
drink.
day of the drinks party has arrived.
Oh, shit.
Unfortunately, not one of the girls has a suitable outfit to wear to it. But Mrs. English has planned a surprise.
Hello, girls. Right. Now then, you do know you're going to this cocktail party. I would like you all to follow me, please, because you will not be wearing your own clothes.
What? No!
Come with me.
Glam 'em up.
Next door, an Aladdin's cave of outfits awaits the girls. Little black numbers, high shoes, handbags, and a host of accessories.
Listen, ladies, I'm going to leave you. It is up to you.
What the girls don't realise is that these items have been cunningly selected. Some are fit for ladies, others are altogether too revealing.
Oh my God!
And sure enough, this Ladette's fallen straight into the trap.
Layla,
It's a
Sarah
trap.
Newman is a cleaner who loves to party.
My friends always say I'm the only person who they would want to take to a party. I'll go out, get drunk, have a kebab, come home with a cone on my head, you know, followed by the police.
Sarah's favourite party trick involves an alcopop and her cleavage.
I'm liking this. I'm going to keep this even if they don't allow me to wear it. I mean, that's just as frumpy can get. That's about 10 sizes too big. That looks like a tunic. That's just vile. And that's just even viler.
But the girls must choose one of these dresses.
Check out this. This is well nice.
Gemma Gunning, jailed for flashing her breasts on Faliraki, hates all of them.
Gemma, just try something on.
Picky.
Fucking dress on and it looks shit.
This is no surprise for us. Let's not get angry or anything.
I don't think there's any need for that, all right?
I'm doing, lady.
Help each other.
I'm not
Johan, you love it, right? Watch this, watch.
Gemma feels the team spirit is breaking down, and the ban on smoking isn't making things any easier.
I can't believe everyone's just dived in and nobody's helping each other. Do you know what I mean? We came in and we said that we're doing this as a team thing. And it's like, nobody gives a fuck, really. Nobody cares at all. And I need a cigarette like you wouldn't believe, and I feel myself shaking.
The girls are really
What could they
stressed
do
at the
better?
moment. We're not allowed to smoke, we haven't had a beer. And basically, we are all stressing. We've got a really big night tonight and we're being assessed on everything we've done. And it's getting too much.
As they arrive at the party, the girls will be judged on their grooming and deportment. They will then have to make a good impression upon a selection of eligible bachelors.
I don't think I'm as horny as all the other girls. I'm just going for a giggle, just to meet new people. So, you know, if Lord Brockett turns up, I really couldn't care less.
He's lying.
I like blokes you can have a laugh with, not someone who's going to be, oh yes, and the price of shares have dropped today, and you know, went playing polo yesterday, and you're going to be like, I'd find it funny if you said the old shit on my foot. That's what I'd find funny.
They might think I'm a complete and utter slapper. I think they're going to look at us all and think, God, you girls are so cheap. You cheap bitches. Underneath all that beautiful, glamorous clothing, you're still a cheap little tart from the south.
The drinks party is being held at a location which positively reeks of grandeur. Constable Burton, home to the Wyville family for over 200 years.
Cool.
As the girls arrive in a 1960 MG Roadster, the
Wow.
judges take their positions.
That's dope.
It's notoriously difficult for ladies to emerge from such a low-slung vehicle, and sure enough, Sarah Jane soon makes her first mistake.
Door, door.
It's not a good start. Although Sarah's deportment isn't bad, how ladylike is her dress?
Well, I tell you something, she should have covered up her tattoos.
Yes, it's a disappointment as well.
I mean, I think she was disappointing.
Yeah, disappointing.
Simple as that.
The Geordie has failed the dress test, but makes a good impression on her hostess, Maggie Wyville.
She always greets everybody with this. Come on through. Let's get you a drink. Thank you.
One by one, the girls arrive and pass through a fusillade of criticism.
The dress is lovely.
Oh, that is lovely.
Claire Randall has chosen the perfect dress, but she's failed on something she should know all about.
I let down. I think that, in my opinion, it's funny enough, her hair.
I hate her hair.
I hate it.
I think it's a bad haircut to her hair.
Amazing.
It looks like a mop.
It looks terrible, doesn't it?
There's worse to come. Sarita, the Glaswegian boxer.
Okay, the hair's a mess. Unfortunately, I don't like how she's got the scarf on her. I felt she was clumsy.
She's a boxer.
Damn.
Sarah Newman was worried about looking cheap. But at the last moment, the cleaner had the perspicacity to choose a less revealing dress.
Very good. Very good.
Beautiful shoes. Oh, she good girl using the banister.
You got out the car on?
Did she get out of the car?
Oh, did she?
Okay. Kiss Michelle.
For Michelle, who is almost 6 feet tall, emerging from the roadster is an ordeal.
She virtually broke the roof.
But the gasfitter makes up for it with a splendid performance on the stairs.
But she looks lovely. Doesn't she look nice?
She looks really
Doesn't she?
nice.
And I love her necklace too.
Yes, in control.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
The party itself presents numerous pitfalls.
Thank you.
Can I introduce you to Marcus?
Hello.
Deprived of male company for almost a week, the girls are now introduced to a selection of eligible bachelors. These gentlemen are experienced partygoers, used to socialising with posh girls. They will not be easy to impress.
So what is it you're studying at Duncan?
I'm doing business finance.
Business finance?
Some people in this life are born to drive, others are born to be driven.
I would have to make you try one of these. Patty.
Oh, I've never tried these.
Then this is exactly what we have to try. If the truth be known, I'm not too keen on patty anyway. So let's just go for this one together.
Okay, ready?
Go for it. You don't need to pop the whole thing in, just a half. Cheers. She'd never had a prawn before, which I guess it sounds so trivial and so minor, but I assumed that everyone had had a prawn.
How are you finding trying to speak properly anyway?
Quite horrid, actually.
I was talking to one of the girls, just sipping champagne, you know, it's wonderful room. I go, so what do you do? They just said, well, I'm a gas fitter. I was just like...
After a couple of drinks, the girls begin to lose their inhibitions.
You're stunning. You gold sets off your hair.
Thank you. Water. He's like, water. Beautiful. He's like James Bond when you talk to him. I think it makes my cheeks look great, so I'm happy.
Jess's bid for attention is pure Ladette.
You're not allowed to look either.
There seems to be something happening.
But she's about to be upstaged.
People said that together we were both sides of the same coin. And we would shine like Venus.
It's not as bad as an alco-pop in her cleavage, but Sarah Newman's party piece is still a terrible blunder.
Wonder what I'm gonna do. Shoulda, woulda, coulda is the last words I say to you.
It's not the normal thing we do at a cocktail party.
Unexpected.
Fortunately, her gracious hostess smooths over the damage.
I think they've been absolutely lovely. I think they're charming, they're very sweet. I've thoroughly enjoyed their company.
Oh, pissed as a flaming fart, I tell you. I shouldn't have champagne.
By the end of the evening, the Ladettes are intoxicated by their sense of achievement.
Who fancies some chicken?
Okay, ladies. We have done incredibly well.
But they're about to find out just how high the standards of Eggleston Hall really are. At Eggleston Hall Finishing School, 10 Ladettes are preparing for an ordeal. One by one, they must face the staff and persuade them that they have the potential to become ladies. The stakes could not be higher. When these interviews are over, 2 of the girls will be expelled. And a taxi is already waiting to take them away.
Like that?
Oh, I'm so scared. I'm 22, I'm not scared of anyone except for my mother.
Michelle, would you come in?
How do you think you've done in your first week?
The girls must account for their performance at the drinks party and their progress in all lessons throughout the week.
The cooking, you know, I just think it's brilliant.
Well, can I come in here on that one? You left this in my kitchen. This must never happen again, because if you lose it forever.
Look at that. The people put the fear of God in, mate. I need a shit. I can't believe it.
Last night's the hair, a disaster. Very wild and woolly, the hair.
It's because we thought we'd have till about maybe 5:30, 6 o'clock to do it here.
Sunita, tough.
They were so horrible.
I don't think she really cares an awful lot.
I think she's a bit of a feminist, actually. I got that impression.
April,
What did they call? April. Can I ask you one question? Do you think you are really you here at the school? Is it you, or are you playing a game with us?
No, I'm not playing a game with you. There's no point in defending yourself in here because it's you're right, we're wrong, simple as.
I'm appalled at her, and I think she's playing a huge game.
You giggle an awful lot.
Oh, but that's me. I'm a happy-go-lucky person. I spread a lot of joy, and there's no one that's going to change that.
Effort?
None. She failed in my class.
Behaviour, silly, stupid.
You, man, you're boring if you ain't having a giggle. Life's too short to worry about sitting there with a fucking spoon up your arse.
By late morning, the staff have seen all of the girls, and a decision
Lovely, I
must
like
be
it.
made.
Jill, does she go or does she stay?
The arguments are finely balanced.
She's a silly little girl.
Anyone else did look like a slapper, but she actually did look like a flapper.
I'm prepared to give her another week.
She is a menace to teach.
I don't think she really wants to be here.
Over the next 4 weeks, the girls who stay at the finishing school will undergo a huge transformation. Ultimately, only one girl will win the coveted Eggleston Hall prize.
Damn, only
That's it,
one?
she's out.
Goes.
Goes.
Very interesting. We've discussed your merits, and we have a mixture of good and bad news. Hayley,
Hayley has had a mixed week. She made a good impression at the party, but her behaviour in class has irritated the teachers.
This inane giggle grates.
That's your opinion.
your attitude this morning was unbelievable. We said something and you had an answer back. You have been saved by your appearance last night. You did well.
Okay.
And you can stay this week. But, you know, the bullshiness has got to go. Understood?
Last night, Sarita's appearance got the thumbs down, and she doesn't seem to have made up for it in any of the lessons.
Rubbish.
I don't think your heart's really in it. I'm afraid we've decided to invite you to leave. I'm very sorry.
The Ladettes knew that one of them was for the chop, but their ordeal is not over yet.
Sara Jane.
For a hardened tomboy, Sara Jane has been taking it remarkably seriously. But at last night's party, the Geordie made one big mistake.
I was really quite disappointed when you flaunted your tattoos last night. And you know, you started off so well. However, Mrs. Harbord was impressed with you greatly in class, so you can stay.
Thank you.
April.
April certainly has plenty to fear after her outburst in the village.
You fucking 4-year-old bastard!
She's mouthy.
Since then, she's been a model of propriety. Even her belching has become more ladylike. Will that save her?
Well, you know what happened in the first few days. We were absolutely appalled. However, you've got some good ladylike qualities, so at the moment you can stay. Michelle.
Michelle got off to a pretty unladylike start.
Come on!
But the gasfitter has worked hard.
Absolutely perfect.
She wants it.
And
I
last
can see
night,
it.
she surpassed expectations.
Doesn't she look nice?
Well done. Top marks. Dress sense. Posture great.
Right.
You know you need more makeup. You can stay.
They can help her with that,
Sheba.
hopefully.
For a girl with a famous décolletage, Gemma's dress last night was a model of restraint. But she had worn it under protest.
I'm not I don't think you actually believe the values of a finishing school. I'm afraid you're going to have to leave straight away.
Right, those two girls now who have got to go. A taxi is waiting outside.
Wow. Guess she's the one that's got to fuck off.
The Ladettes can scarcely believe the severity of the verdicts. The expulsion of 2 girls has come as a terrible shock.
I felt really sick. Just for the other girl, I just really could have spewed.
That was horrible. It's too much. Too much to take.
That is just like a right kick up the... Just a right kick, because we've all just really got to start behaving ourselves now.
Still a complete surreal situation for me. I mean, I'm sitting here in skirt and shoes, man, you know what I mean? It's sheer madness, and I've been really trying, I really have. I mean, I wrote 7 pages on bloody flower arranging. I'll show you, look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
The remarkable fact is that these Ladettes desperately want to stay at Eggleston Hall.
I can't believe they've sent 2 people home. I really am I'm just so shocked about it. And those girls must just be feeling, I can't imagine how they're feeling.
Life is too short to get upset. So, I'm not getting upset.
I'm not bothered at all that I got expelled. I'm actually very happy because in the first couple of days I realised I don't want to be changed. I mean, changing my dress sense into clothes that I was very uncomfortable in anyway is not going to change my personality. And I knew that from day one, and I thought, oh God, I'm going to at least have to stick out a week, which I did.
The expelled girls are sent off in true Ladette style. But for those who stay on, behaviour like this will soon become a thing of the past.
I think we made the right decision, Jane. Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
I would have liked them to have a little bit more time with that. Enjoyable, though. We got some goofballs, though. Michelle, April, Jordy, the Jordy lady. Ladette. Ladies and gentlemen, I enjoyed it. You guys, best way to let me know if you enjoyed it is by commenting down below and liking. We're going to talk about it right now. Don't go anywhere. Thank you so much to those who made it this far. I appreciate you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, if you made it this far, since they got invited to one of the Yorkshire places, use code word Yorkshire in the comments down below. That just lets me know you made it to this part right now and you watched the show alongside me. I thought for watching this for the first time, it was highly interesting. I think the characters is something that's going to make the show, especially some of these characters I felt like were goofballs. Some of them definitely rowdy, and it definitely has the feeling of the Lads Army, except, you're not getting drilled, yelled at and forced to do beast things and shit like that, but they do strike fear in these ladies. And for a lot of the ladies, you can see some weren't really vibing with it. Definitely was impressed with Michelle's performance. I think she did hella good. I think the lady said that she just needs to work on the makeup stuff. Hopefully the ladies and the other girls can help her out with that. In that department, so maybe she'd get even better, because she definitely looks like she wants to change. Even hearing from her job, she wants to go into the tea shop and just to see, what the lads would think of her. I think, something like that. If you, growing up, I had a lot of homegirls, so I learned a new word today, the ladette, but, we just call it homegirl. You're, one of the boys, and a lot of the times, and again, every girl's situation is different, but some of the tomboy type girls that we had, just had a father raising them, and, he didn't know how to, do her hair and all that shit. That's not something that a guy is really going to be knowing to do, the way, your wife would be doing. So, in some of those situations, yeah, we had a lot of tomboy type girls, and in that situation, they just had father figure. So, I could see that, if I was, growing up and this show was like that for me, I'll be like, hey, I recommend some of my friends and stuff. It'd be cool. It'd be interesting. And might even be a little funny to see them get dialed up and shit. So I think that alone makes it very interesting. Also, some of them definitely clearly want to do good. The Geordie girl, she had a great performance, but again, she was showing her tattoos, and they got some work to do. If you have gone, one way in how you present yourself, and now you're, you chose to do it, but, some of these people got selected. like the chick with the boss, you know, he was like, yeah, this chick's gotta go. Should have me diamond, but your boss selected you. That means you need some work. But you know what? He probably he means well. You know, I believe he means well, and I think it's interesting alone. You know, especially again, some of these girls party more than I do because I'm not a party guy like that. I'm not a guy that gets drunk and shit faced like that. That's not me. So, but you could see some of these girls would definitely, well, they'd be much more drinking a lot, way more than I would be drinking. I think one of the girls has said, yeah, normally they drink like 40 pounds worth of some shit. So I'm like, damn, man, even one, and I'm just feeling good. I'm floated. I'm like, woo, and that's it. I don't need much because I don't, you know, I don't choose to drink like that, you know. So, yeah, I found that shit to be funny. But yeah, we got some goofballs here, but at the same time, you can see that they want it. I gotta say, getting rid quick. See, it's not the same like these guys going AWOL, you know, Lad's Army and trying to make a run for it. I felt like, damn, man, they didn't even give much time, you know. But at the same time, I guess their time is very limited there. So they don't have time for you know, games, you know, people half-assing it and shit. You got to put genuine effort into it. And the other two, the Glaswegian boxer, yeah, she wasn't really wanting it. She didn't really want it. And you know, some people aren't going to change. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But you know, those who want to do it, I am surprised though. There's only going to be like essentially like one person winning, but hopefully, ideally. Hopefully these girls that, you know, keep going on a little bit further. I hope it's not like 2 every week or anything like that. But you know, you want them to I always want the best in people, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's cheesy, sounds stupid, but you know, even in watching shows, I'm always rooting for characters, you know, and even though these are real life people, you know, going through transformations, it was interesting to see. I thought some of the characters stood out, like Claire and Michelle and April. You know, even hearing about the chick that she was on the newspaper for flashing and shit, I'm like, damn, that's some crazy shit. Oh man, the things I ain't even heard about. Now I get to learn about. So this is the cool thing too, because it gives me a chance to discover, learn new words. I get to see little sceneries and shit. So I love that. And it was, I'm not gonna lie, when Michelle, she's taller than me. She's 6 feet. They said she's 6 feet tall, right? And she's coming out of the car. They look like those clown cars for a second for her because she's so damn tall, you know. So like for her to come out of that vehicle, man, you gotta give her some bonus points for that shit. She did that shit like a champ, man. Her laugh was contagious. It's funny as hell in a way as well. And man, I just had a blast watching it. So real quick, I want to say thank you to my boy, Chris Haddo. Thank you for watching content on the channel, but also suggesting. I think this is a very enjoyable first episode. I think that, you know, seeing, I guess you could say the transformations, it's going to be, to me, as exciting as the same where you have lads, you know, who are basically not the cream of the crop, you know, had a rough go. Ladies can also have a tough go into life and, you know, go off the rails as well. And, you know, if they want to change, I'm looking forward to seeing some of that change. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I had a blast, ladies and gentlemen. I was vibing. I was chilling. The personalities of the girls is what's going to make the show. You know what I mean? Like the lady said that, you know, where she's all jolly and shit. I'll fuck with that because, you know, you got some people, a lot of people, like my neighborhood has changed a little bit as far as like people got sticks up their ass and shit. And I was raised, I know every place is different and stuff, but here it's, you know, it was a small community and you greet people, you say, what's up? You know, we're not trying to hear like the whole life story and shit, but you know, you greet and stuff. But now a lot of people got to stick up their ass. Some of my neighbors included and shit. Some of them don't like me and stuff, but it is what it is. I don't care. You know, let them think whatever. I still gonna fuck with them and shit. I'm like, hey, how's it going, man? Yeah, knowing that they hate me, I'm gonna still bother them and shit. I'm gonna fuck with them because, hey, that's what I do. You know what I mean? But You know, I'm a jackass at times and stuff. But man, I actually really enjoyed the show. I hope that you did. Best way to let me know is commenting down below. I think we're gonna give it another go to check out another episode because I enjoyed it, and I will be most ready to read your comments down below. Thank you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's free to do. Helps out the channel tremendously. Shout out to the patrons as well. Thanks so much for your support. Thanks to the members on YouTube. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you soon. Peace out. Take care. Be well. All the best. Peace.